Hello everybody, this is the Bulldozer, and thank you for giving me your time, and thank you for watching another one of my videos. Folks, got some crazy stuff to show you today. Just had the new update come out and added endgame LTM, and we're still working on the ruin. So I noticed that while I was playing endgame that the ruin part 3, piece 3 had spawned in. So I went into playground mode to take a look at it, and also while I was there I decided to go over to Tilted because it's rumored that Tilted is going to be destroyed. Folks, they've already started messing with Tilted Towers. You're looking at me land in here and you're going to see nothing that is not along the street in Tilted Towers is spawning in now. Everything is unrendered. I thought, okay, maybe I had a bad render, so I'm going to take and go back out and come back in, and you're going to see it's the same exact thing. Not only is it the same exact thing, but it's the only location that is doing this. Now I'll leave all this footage in. You're going to see me go back to the hub, come back in, and again, if it's not on the street, everything along the street is rendering in, but no buildings, no nothing is now rendering in. So I go back to the hub. So that's the second time we was there. So let's try it for a third time. And you're going to see again that nothing is going to render in. Tell me down below. I think the reason why they're getting rid of Tilted Towers, it is like probably the #1 drop spot. And a lot of the rest of the map is getting unused. And by eliminating Tilted Towers, they are forcing people to use the rest of the map. Now I've got some other footage I'm going to show you here at the end that I just came across while I was putting this video together. But again, you're going to see me this time. I'm not going to land on a building, I'm going to land on the street, and I'm going to see if I can open up a chest, and I have no problems. So again, everything along the street is fine, but as soon as you go off the street onto one of the buildings, that's when the whole thing starts shaking. It makes no sense why everything on the street would render in. The trees would render in up high, but everything down below, building wise, none of that would render in. You can see the trees on the mountain there, they rendered in no problem, but the trees back to the left, that little area right there, those did not. And I keep all this footage in because I don't want people to say, well, you spliced this is, this is all fake. Here I'm going to run onto the building, and you're going to see it's going to start giving me the same effect that it did when I was on top of the other buildings. So I'm going to leave and come back in. I will edit this here out to save it some time. Now going back into playground. Now wait, just in case that the playground didn't load correctly, so it's all going to be messed up, let's go back to Tilted Towers for a fourth time now in a totally different game. And in fact, you're going to see we are going to get the same results. Again, I don't want to cut any of this out, so I apologize for this extra footage right here, but if I cut that out, people's going to say, this was rigged, this was fixed, that's not how it happened. So by leaving that a little bit of time that you have to wait for the game to spawn in, you'll see that we get the same result. But I'm curious down below, is Tilted Towers a favorite place for you to land? Let me know. And if they get rid of Tilted Towers, where else are you going to go? Because there's also another location that has been shown that to be destroyed. And we're going to go back to the hub here, and I'm going to I'm going to go to different locations. So I almost ran back to Dusty Divot again, but let's go to Pleasant Park. And all those buildings and everything, got the football field, goalpost, you got a bunch of buildings over here too. Let's see if these buildings are going to render in. You know, because if it's a game issue or a rendering issue, you wouldn't think this would render in, right? But as you can see, all the buildings have rendered in with absolutely no problem. There is not one item that is not rendered in on this area. So I'm looking around. I'm even going to go here. I'm going to knock down the garage door to see if I can go in the building, because you see how the effect was when I tried to go on that building's property, how everything started shaking and everything, and absolutely no problems. So let's go ahead and back out and let's go into another area. And let's go into the Dusty Divot again. To see if it, if it worked. Because, maybe, for whatever reason, that Tilted Towers didn't load in the first time, but now that I went to a totally different area of the map, it might load in this time. So this is our 5th trip now to Tilted Towers, and the last 4 have not rendered in. And as you're going to see, folks, again, nothing is rendering in. I see this llama here, so I stopped by to try to pick up this llama, and look what happens. So I just automatically go back to the hub because I literally can't do anything. So this time we're going to go and we're going to select Paradise Palms. There's really no reason to select Polar Peak because there's not a whole lot of structuring over there. As to, Paradise Palms, you've got all kinds of stuff there. You've also got the area Pleasant Park. Then we got Sunny Steps that we'll take a look at. We already took a look at Pleasant Park. But what we're going to do here is we're not going to go necessarily to Paradise Palms. Let's go to Retail Row. Because it's also rumored that Retail Row, is going to be taken out also. So let's see if this is going to render in. And as you can see overhead, it looks like everything's rendering in without any problem. And again, we got a lot of structure and everything here. But again, it looks like everything has rendered in here at Retail Row. Let's see if we can go inside the building here. We go inside the building with absolutely no problem whatsoever. So let's go ahead and go back to the hub. And this time we're going to move on to Sunny Steps. Because Sunny Steps has, all the pyramids and everything over there. There's a bunch of trees. There's other buildings. So again, if there's going to be a rendering issue, it would definitely take place there. And you're going to see that it absolutely does not. So after we take a look at this, now there is a little bit of rendering issue here. It's like a flash. You're seeing it right there. It's a real quick flash. But again, everything is rendering in. The trees are rendered in. All the buildings are rendered in. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to Tilted Towers for a 6th time. But this time what we're going to do is we're going to check out the whole area, and then we're going to go out of that area on foot, and we are going to make our way over to Shifty Shafts. Shifty Shafts is real close to Tilted Towers. So again, if there's a rendering issue that you think that would be affected, especially with all the underground stuff and everything, you got houses over there, some of the small stuff might not render in. But again, when we get there, you'll see that, in fact, everything there is rendered as well. So I think this is absolutely 100% an absolute for sure sign that Tilted Towers, you can kiss goodbye. So again, I asked the question earlier, put down in the comment down below, they get rid of Tilted Towers, where is your next place that you're going to like to go to on a regular basis? Because right now, I bet you, I would say 45 to 50, maybe 60% of the people land here. I mean, there's always a lot of people here. Every now and then, there won't be. Maybe people working on challenges and stuff, and they have to go outside the area. But again, if you, as I'm running through here, you're going to see, again, right here, I'm trying to walk in that building. The building's property, excuse me, I can't talk. And it will not let me. It just starts bouncing all over the place. But I can go in between these two pieces of property with no problem. Then again, I'll try to walk onto the property here, and you'll see I'll just start shaking again. But you can kind of see how it's like the property's not quite, you know, lining up with the sidewalk too. I mean, these buildings look like this does look really wicked. It almost looks like they was on fire, but it's just the color of the windows. Basketball courts, none of that's rendered in. That's not even high, folks. And again, you see I can't get up there. That's just one story. You know, the rooftop of these stores right here to my left, and there's 2 basketball courts up there, or a full court, however you want to look at it. Now, the only vehicle that did not render in is this bus right here. But this bus, if you notice, it's sitting on the same piece of property as this little store right here. But also look there in the distance, over Lazy Links. Because I'm in playground mode, you can see everything in playground mode. And you can see we got rings. And unfortunately, the last time we saw these rings, it was with the planes. So does that mean that planes are going to be coming back into regular game mode? Because usually that's where we do those challenges at. I mean, they could make another LTM with planes, but we just had one, so I don't think they will. And, you know, you've got the Avengers Endgame going on, and the challenges for that, it says 11 plus days left to do those challenges. So I can't see them adding another LTM when they got all their, you know, they got all these people going to Avengers, and that's what they're going to want to do. So I think we're going to see planes once again in regular game modes. Solo, duo, squads, Team Rumble if they have it. It's not going to be an LTM. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my way over. I'm going to run out the back side of this area, over by the clock tower, and I'm going to go over to Shifty Shafts. Now, if you're still watching this video, make sure you stay tuned, because I am going to show you some footage here in a minute that's going to absolutely prove what I'm talking about here. And the person that uploaded this information, his information will be on the screen, and also a link to his Twitter account will be in the description. So make sure you go check him out for a lot of leaks. Here we go. You see all the trees and everything's running. Even the brick on the right-hand side there, if you notice, was rendered in once I got outside Tilted Towers. Now you see this building here is rendered in. I can shoot this building with no problem. But you remember last time I was shooting at the buildings, it was not doing any damage whatsoever. So again, I'm going to leave all this footage in here so people can see that, you know, this is all raw footage. It's not been messed with. Yeah, I think my my controller's starting to have issues too. I'm gonna have to replace my controller, because you see how my guy keeps kind of jittering and stuff, and it's not the gameplay, it's my controller. If I stand still, my controller would just start moving to the right by itself. You see, going in this building here with no problem. Now let's go over to Shifty Shafts. You see all this stuff here is loaded in. And actually, I don't recall seeing, now I'm looking at this footage back while I'm doing this audio, I don't recall seeing the respawn van in Tilted Towers also, and I think there's supposed to be one there. I could be wrong, but I don't recall seeing it. Let me see if I open this chest here with no problem. And again, the other thing I did too is I did not go back and record this in theater mode, because I wanted everybody to see the raw footage. You know, I know the stuff's on the screen and everything, but that way you know it's raw footage and it wasn't recorded in theater mode. So we're making our way up to the top of the hill here so we can look over Tilted Towers. We won't be inside Tilted Towers. We can look over it and see if, you know, it had changed any at all. And we're going to see, in fact, none of it has rendered in. Not one brick has. Look at that clock tower. That clock tower looks kind of wicked the way it is. You see, I'm looking around. You see this building all the way over there is rendered in with no problem, but everything inside Tilted Towers is unrendered. So again, I think this is just more proof, but what I'm going to show you here in a second is definitely 100% proof. And again, there's only one thing left to do, and that's to say goodbye to Tilted Towers, because your days are numbered. Now take a look at this footage here, folks. If you didn't believe anything I just said, take a look at this footage. And this information here comes from Fortnite. You can see his stamp there in the middle of that video. And make sure you go to the description and check out his Twitter page, because he puts a lot of leaks up. But take a look at Tilted Towers, folks. You can see where there's been a volcano eruption, and it has literally wiped out. This has got hit multiple times. I don't even know what that is. It's supposed to be part of a bus or what. But now we're in Retail Row, and take a look at Retail Row. Now remember earlier this rendered in, but this looks like one mass piece of the volcano that has landed right in the middle of this area and just took and wiped out everything. So again, make sure you check out Fortnite. You can see his @ symbol there for Twitter, and the link to his Twitter page will be in the description. Retail Row, Tilted Towers, these are places you like to go. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what areas you will go to now, because you can kiss these goodbye. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more content. And if you subscribe, smash the notification bell so you know when I will upload my next video. Again, thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. This is the Bulldozer. Get your killing on, and I'm out of here.